Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Happy Friday. Welcome. I saw somebody say they were sick in the comments, but I missed whose name it was. Whoever that is, I hope you feel better. My son had pneumonia all week. He's been sick for like 2 weeks, but he's finally getting through it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're all here. Okay, so here's the thing. As you know, usually when I go live, I have a bunch of things prepared, usually too much stuff prepared. This time is a little different. I have very little prepared. The reason is this was a last minute thing. This week have been focusing on getting ready for the online card class called So Very Merry that's coming up. I'm supposed to do 2 videos for that class. I think 2 videos. I'm at video 4. So I'm keep doing extra videos for that because I keep having more ideas and I have like this long list. So I've been getting carried away with that. So be sure to sign up for online card classes So Very Merry if you haven't, because we had said that if you took the class and you made all the cards, you'd get 48 cards. Well, I'm kind of adding to that. So I'm hoping some of you signed up. Unfortunately, the product bundle is sold out. It's on reorder, but you won't get it in time for class. However, we are making it so that you can use things that you have in hand. So you can use your own supplies, and we'll talk about like what other supplies you could use for the same card ideas. Hello. Okay, so back to why I don't have anything planned. So I've been working on that all week, and then today Lila doesn't have school. So I thought, I was going to be doing stuff with her all day, but she went to the mall with a friend. Or no, she went to a pumpkin patch with a friend. So I decided I'm going to go live. And one of the reasons I was going live is I have been noticing in my lives there's a lot of the same questions being asked, like how to make note cards, questions about adhesives, just different things. So I thought I would answer some questions today. And I would just show you some things that I was working on, like, I guess, behind the scenes things, and then create a couple things. And I thought I would use some older products that are on sale right now from a few different sites, because I know we're always looking for deals, and folks want me to use older products. So I thought this was a great opportunity. So I have in my YouTube description below, it's a link that says for visual supply list, and you click that. The word live is in the URL. Click that, it'll open to another page. At the top of that page, I have some of the special deals that are going on right now at the top. Then if you scroll down, you'll see on the bottom are thumbnails of everything that I talk about. If I talk about something different than what's on there, Mike will add it to that. So I recommend going to that page because I couldn't fit it all in the description. So I don't have anything that I'm showing in the description below. You got to go to that extra link. So if you are shopping today, I recommend you don't go buy something and then check out right away, because I'm going to show a lot of things during the video that are like 50 and 60% off that I use daily, like some staples. Some of the sales that some of the things that I'm using that will be on big time savings are from Altenew and SPELLBINDERS. They're both having big sales right now, and some of these supplies are 60% off. So also, Simon Says Stamp right now is offering $15 off orders of $75 or more. So I have links to those 3 sales in my description below if you want to check them out. I know that Altenew also is offering a free gift with orders of 75 or more, and then there's a shipping deal. All that is in the description. Okay, so it's a bunch of random stuff that I'm showing today. Some of it is to address questions I've been getting. Some of it is just to show you some things I do behind the scenes that help me craft, and then we'll also create. Okay, Debbie asked, could you or Wonderful Mike, who's that?
I don't know.
Mike and I are having what you would call a very bad day here.
things, we've had some tech issues not related
Do you
to
remember
my
the
work.
password?
We can't remember a password for my husband's computer. Anyway. You asked what cardstock. So I usually use job ticket sleeves, but I've recently changed to this behind me because I have a lot of cardstock and I need to have so many different colors from different companies. So I have comic book dividers between them now. So they're just like plastic dividers. And I can ask Mike to add that to the link list too. I will show that in a video once I'm done. I haven't transferred all of my greens over yet. I know that's random. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to share random things. Again, but that link is in the description below. If you want to find anything, be sure to check out the sales at the top if you're doing any shopping, because there are some codes and deals. All right, so first of all, I'm going to show you what I was about to prepare behind the scenes. And I just thought I'd show you because actually the tools that I'm using are on sale. So it's a great opportunity to show it. And let me also start by showing you the free gift over at Altenew. So let me switch to overhead. There we go. So these are, I don't know what they call them, zipper pouch something or other. What are these called, Mike? It should, Mike will find it. But you get if you spend 75 or more, let me find it. Let me find it. Hang on. I need to open up that sales page. It's the Zip and Keep pack. So, oh, is it $69 or more? Let me look. Hang on. Sorry. I kind of going crazy. Over $69 or more. So if you spend $69 or more at Altenew, you get a 3-pack of these zipper pouches. So they have like that little zip here, and they are clear in the front, color in white in the back. You get a 3-pack, I think, of this white one. So I keep projects I'm working on sometimes in here. These are some fun fold pieces that I have prepped. These are just some of my scraps of favorite glitter papers. So these are really nice. I just wanted to mention that these are, if you've watched my videos, you've seen me use these before. So a 3-pack, I think, of this white one is free with orders of $69 or more at the time this video is up. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so what I was preparing that I like to do behind the scenes, I always talk about how I prepare my card bases ahead of time so that I have a bunch of them ready to go. So I don't have to stop and make a card base when I'm making cards. This is one of the best things I can recommend doing with crafting. I prep a few different things. I like to prep 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch white cardstock panels. All of my cardstock that I'm showing you today is Neenah Classic Crest 110 pounds. It's really heavyweight, great cardstock, and I use it for almost everything. So I like to have a lot of it prepped. So here you can see I have a bunch of these, and I have a bunch more over there too because I go through that very quickly. I also prep note cards. So I'll go ahead and show you. I've shown this sometimes in videos, but if you haven't seen it, this is something people ask a lot, how to prep note cards. Now I'm going to show you A2 note cards because that's what I do the most. I am going to show you how to do top folding and side folding. Now I have a bunch of side folding cards just prepped right here off screen, but I was running out of side folding. So I was getting this cardstock together to go do. I usually will do like half of a ream at once because I make so many cards, but I just grabbed some of the cardstock to show here. Mike, there was a question up there. No, it's not the supply. It was at such, but what is the furniture piece you have that actually holds my cardstock? Oh, this behind me, I had that custom built. So there are paper dividers and organizers on Amazon. I know that, and I know some other companies make stuff, but I had this custom built here. So it was just worth the investment to me. I needed the room, and it was good to have the cardstock back here. Okay, so Brienne, my link ninja's here. She just put a link in the comments that is a video that talks about different types of paper and why I use this paper. Brienne should know the password. So I have some white heavyweight cardstock here to make card bases. Now let me first show you how I make top folding A2 card bases, because this is what I use the most, but then I'll show you side folding. So these are 8.5 by 11 sheets. And I have my Altenew scoreboard. This scoreboard is on sale right now. I think it's 60% off, 50 or 60% off. So this is a good time to get it. And you'll see how I like the size of it. I like that it's lightweight. There's a little drawer up here. And it comes with this scoring tool, which is a fine point. So you can use that or a bone folder with it. But if you watch my videos, I use this in almost every video. So it's on sale right now. So I thought since I'm prepping to get all this ready, I would just show you. My nails. Everybody's asking about my nails. They're called Hidden Gem. They're press-ons, and it's linked in my description below towards the bottom. So this cardstock that I'm using is 110 pounds cover cardstock weight. So this is very heavyweight. This is very, very heavyweight, and definitely my favorite white cardstock to use for card bases. I also like Brutus Monroe's Not Your Mama's cardstock, which is even heavier weight, but this is the one I use 90% of the time when I'm using white cardstock in a video. It is that Neenah Classic Crest, and it is linked on that list. Sometimes I use some others, but if I use a different white cardstock, I usually mention what it is. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. Okay, so this is 8.5 by 11. This is how I go about making my top folding white note cards. And I have them all prepped, and I have them in a little like 6 by 6 shelf standing up over on the side here. I can't get it out. I can't take it out of the cabinet, but it's right there just within feet of me because it's good to have them all ready. So when I make top folding note cards, I put them in my scoreboard this way, and I score at 5.5 inches. And what I do is I just quickly go through and score a bunch right at 5.5. And you can see I can score the whole way on this trimmer or on this scoreboard. And this is the one that's on big time sale. Brienne just put in the comments my live supply list. I highly recommend clicking that and opening that new window where it shows you all of these things. Yeah, just always be careful. 110 pound doesn't always mean that it's super heavyweight, because there are different types of cardstock. So 110 pound cardstock in cover weight is going to be heavier than index weight. It's really complicated. But if you go for the cardstocks that I've linked below, you know you'll get a heavyweight cardstock. Can you scroll it, Mike? Okay, so usually I go through and I'll score 50 to 100 sheets like this. So it's just got to score down the middle, but I'm just doing a few to show you here. I'm going to fold this in half and then use my bone folder to just run along the edge. And you fold backwards. So if I scored this way, scored right down the center here, I'm going to fold it back. Okay, so I'm going to go through and do that with all these. So normally I'll go through and score a bunch, and then I'll go through and fold a bunch like I'm doing here, and then I will cut them. Now, the reason I score first, this is a huge time saver. You'll see how fast this is. It is faster to score first, then cut, than it is to cut and then score. Because if I went and cut all of these and then went to score them, I'm doing double the scoring, which is the slower thing. So now all of this is cut nice and easy. I can use this small trimmer from Tim Holtz that I love so much. And this is how I quickly create card bases. So you can see I've just prepped a bunch here in no time flat. All right. Yes, mountain inside. So you press the mountain so that it's in the inside of the card. Yep. All right, so there you go. Look how fast I was able to create those top folding note cards. So I would do a lot more than this, but if I craft more than most people, because I I have no life. So I would do more, but this might be enough to get you started. Hi, Callie. Callie says 100% saves you half the scoring time. Yep. And Kay said 110-pound index is flimsy. Absolutely true. You want to get 110-pound cover weight. Cover is the key. Think about it this way. A cover weight cardstock, the cover of like a brochure or paper you turn in college, you want heavier weight, right? So cover weight is heavier. Index cardstock, think of those index cards that you had when you studied as a kid. It's really flimsy, so you don't want index. Is it true that GSM is reliable and consistent guide to cardstock weight? Okay, so it's complicated. And that video that Brian linked to before, maybe she can link it again, explains it more. I'm not gonna go in, it's so confusing. But really you want a high GSM and a high pound. The Neenah Classic Crust that I linked to below is both. It's both. All right, welcome Diana. Hi Betsy. Hello friends, I'm glad you're all here. When I try this with my Tim Holtz trimmer, can you scroll that a little bit? I get, I saw a question. When I try this with my Tim Holtz trimmer, it is trouble getting through the 2 layers of Neenah. I don't know, mine cuts through it no problem. Hold it and then kind of, when you push this down, kind of press it down. As you saw, it cuts through well. I do recommend putting it down here when you cut it as opposed to up here. It just does better cutting down here. All right, so that's how I create my top folding note cards. So I'm gonna go put those in my stash, and they're in a shelf next to my side folding note cards, which is in a shelf next to all my extra pre-cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, welcome all, I'm glad you're here. If you're just joining, I am sharing random things today. Some of my things I do behind the scenes, some tips, some things that are on mega sale, and more. This right here is on sale. It's either 50 or 60% off, and it's in that supply list. I can't recommend it enough. It's inexpensive to begin with, and it's the scoreboard I use in all my videos. Okay, so that was top folding note cards. To do side folding, I still use this trimmer, or this scoreboard. I turn my cardstock this way, and we're gonna score it right down the center. Notice that the scoreboard isn't long enough. That's okay. You could get a bigger scoreboard. I don't have the room right here for a bigger scoreboard because I keep this in a little, it's stuck to I have one of those magazine holders or brochure holders that sticks to the wall. I have it stuck underneath my cabinet here, against the side of my cabinet, so I can just reach down and grab this scoreboard anytime. All right, so to do side folding cards, I score at 4 1/4. And this trimmer, nice thing is there's a star at 4 1/4, makes it easy. So I will score there, and then I rotate it and score again, and that scores the whole thing. And I will just go through and do that on a bunch, and you get into a rhythm of just scoring right down the middle. It says it's, oh yeah, so thank you, Susan. It's on sale for 60% off, so it's $9.60. Not bad. I use this all the time. I have 2 because I lost one and I panicked, and so I bought another one, and then I found the first one. It's always good to have backups. Anyway, somebody asked if I prep any color card bases. I don't. When I need a color card base, I grab a full sheet and I do this process, and it'll give me 2 note cards in that color. Then I use the color one I need for my card, and then I put the other one back with the cardstock, so that if I ever want that again, I can have that. I never cut one card base at a time. Nada, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. Thank you, thank you. All right. Hold on. My daughter is texting me. Will you reply to Lila and Graham? Okay. So I now have this scored down the center. So we're going to fold this like a hot dog. And you, again, will get into the rhythm where you just fold. I usually have more room. I do this upstairs, like on my dining room table.
which has a glass top. But I'm kind of tight on room here because I have junk all around the area in which you can see. All right. Just slide the paper up a bit and you won't have to. Yeah, that's another thing you can do. Let me show you what Callie said. It's a good idea too. Let's see here. See my scoreboard's right here. What Callie said she does is she will score like that much and then just slide this up and score the rest. So you could do it either way. Yes, I am a prepper when it comes to card making. This is a big prepping time saver for me. Now, when I cut with this trimmer, I do not cut up here. I don't cut up here. I always cut down here. That's why I like the ledge. Not all guillotine trimmers like this have the ledge down here, and I think that's really, really important. Allison, yeah, you can click any of that. Any link will work. Okay, so now I cut these in half at 5 1/2. And then I will have a bunch of side folding note cards. And you can see this is not taking much time. Victoria's sneaking in at work. Go, Victoria, go. All right. There we go. And hit me up with questions if you have them. So there are, let's see. I do prep some A6 and A7 note cards, but not as often. These are the ones that I use the most, so I have to redo them all the time. Deb asked, how does the Neenah Classic Crest Solar White 110 pound compare to the Hammermill 110 pound? This Neenah Classic Crest is heavier weight. It is heavier weight than the 110 pound Hammermill. It is heavier. I prefer this for card bases. I will use Hammermill for blending if I want to do like a really nice smooth blended background, or for foiling. Otherwise, I use this. Is the offer only on for 9 minutes for the scoring board? 9 minutes? I don't know. Shirley, I'm not sure. I think the sale on the scoreboard is through Sunday, maybe. And the other things that I'm showing, I think it's through Sunday. But there's more on sale that I highly recommend, so I would wait. Yeah. Do you ever do square cards or make your own envelopes? I do square cards only if like the design really dictates that a square card would work well. Like if I used a Gina K wreath builder, square works well with that. As far as making my own envelopes, I don't make them very often. I prefer to buy envelopes. I just don't enjoy making them. So I prefer to buy like nice high quality colored envelopes from like Gina K, Simon Says Stamp, Tailored Expressions, Concord and Ninth, and then I have pretty colors, high quality, and it works nicely with the cards that I've made. Do I like the stylus that comes with the scoreboard? I do. I do like this stylus. You know, see how it's a tiny little tip? I don't usually use that when I'm making these cards. I don't know why. I could. I like this because when I want to have like a thin line, so sometimes you score lines on your cards to create like a border or something. I love it for that. I really like it for that. Oh, May corrected me. Hi, May. May from Altenew is here, and she corrected me. The sale ends tomorrow night. But I have all the information on the sale below. Today and tomorrow. Thank you. I'm sorry I misspoke. Okay, so now I have some note cards. So I just wanted to show you that. I will be going back and making a lot more of those side folding ones because I was running low. What do you do with all the cards I make? Mary asked. I send them out mostly to people like blog readers or people who watch my videos who send me cards. I'll send a bunch out, or I send cards randomly to folks in my Facebook group, the Share Handmade Kindness Facebook group. Honestly, I have not sent a bunch in a while, and it's something that I'm hoping to do maybe this weekend because I really miss doing it. Do I use the same Neenah paper for card panels? I use the same Neenah Classic Crest Solar White for almost everything. The only time I don't use it is if I switch to Hammermill. because I want something really smooth for blending or foil. Sometimes I'll use Brutus Monroe, Not Your Mama's cardstock, because that's really heavyweight. So if I want a really heavyweight cardstock, I'll use that. Sometimes I'll use Tim Holtz Heavy Stock if I'm doing a lot of water and stuff on paper. That will hold up really well. And I've just started to use Simon Hurley's white cardstock because it's really smooth. Otherwise, I use Neenah Classic Crest Solar White for almost everything. All right. Yeah, postage is going up. I know, but here's the thing. It's cheaper than flying and delivering those cards by hand. That's what I think. Nancy, yes, there is a place to add your address to my Facebook group for people that I can randomly send cards to. Hopefully, Brienne is here and can share that. She's one of my moderators in the Facebook group, so I'm hoping she can share that. Do I ever use Strathmore Bristol board cardstock in a pad? I don't anymore. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know. Okay, let me show you the other thing that I plan to prep, because this I've run out of, and I've been meaning to do this. And I noticed it's on sale. This is Altenew double-sided adhesive sheets. This is not all I have. I buy this in bulk when it goes on sale. And it usually goes on sale on Black Friday every year, but they're having an early Black Friday sale that's going on right now. And I noticed this is on stock, okay, or on sale. So this is Altenew double-sided adhesive sheet. Mike, can you see? I think it's like 50% off right now. I love this stuff. This is what I use when, if you've watched my videos, you've seen me use it. I use this when I want to turn cardstock into a sticker, so that when I die cut it, my die cut is like a sticker. I also will cut this into like a card panel size. So say I have a background that has lots of warping and I want to glue it onto a card base, I use this because since this will make the whole background sticky, it will flatten it. Does that make sense? And I will also use this when I have a really textured background that maybe I used an embossing folder on, because this will help. Yeah, this is a really good sale. This is their Black Friday sale early. So I thought this worked out really well. 60% off. So then it's the double-sided adhesive sheet. I have it in that supply list page. If Mike, can you add that, please? Hi, Erin. Yeah, these are just press-ons. I don't know. So this is what I was going to prep, okay? And I'll probably use it some later on a card that I want to work on. Okay, so Neenah Classic Crest Solar White, like I always use. You saw me make some note cards. You saw that I have just some white panels that are 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch prepped. This is the other thing that I need to prep. So I take these Altenew double-sided adhesive sheets. This die cuts really nicely. I peel it off, and then I press my cardstock onto it. Now it's a little bit longer than my cardstock, so I just take my favorite scissors, my Big Mama scissors from Spellbinders, and I just cut that little extra off. Now you can use this, you can save this. What I do is I put it back onto one of the release paper sheets, all right? So now that has sticker on the back of it. So let me keep doing some more, and you'll see what I do. Usually I have more room to do this. May's got a work meeting. Well, May, we appreciate it. We appreciate the free gift from Altenew and the shipping deal and all these great tools on sale. All right, so I'm pressing that down, and I'll trim off the little extra here. Ooh, I got a hair in it. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my hair. So I'll trim this off here and stick it on here. So now I'll have all these pieces. So say I just need a strip of adhesive for something, I can just use this, or I can cut it thin if I want a little bit of adhesive strip to go behind a sentiment. So I'll just keep putting them on here. Now, these, by the way, these Spellbinders shears are on sale at Spellbinders right now. And that's on the list below too, because Spellbinders is also having a big sale. I'm telling you, I just noticed that there were these 3 great deals at the same time, and I thought this is a great time to save. You could, you know what? You can buy the things for yourself and then ask somebody to give it to you for Christmas. What is my Facebook group? Brianne will put a link again. It is called Share Handmade Kindness. It is a place that I go it's a Facebook group that only allows nice things. We do that because I wanted a safe place where companies could go and see card creations and participate and not see something negative. So we are over the top in our moderating. I don't do it, but I have a few moderators that I hired to do it. And I think that's really important. I just wanted a safe place. There are lots of great groups where you can, ask what product is better than another product or whatever. Ours is just happy sharing good things. I saw somebody ask why there's so many sales right now. I don't know. I think they just happen to have them at the same time. It's all good. Yes, Nancy says it's a happy place. Yes. Okay, so I will go through. There was something else I was going to show you that was really important. And I can't remember. I have to think of it. And now I'll keep adding these on here so I can use these strips of adhesive at some point. But right now, I just did a few. I'm going to go back and do more. Let me put this out of the way so that I have a place to put things. Now I'll take this and cut this into 4 panels. So I cut in half at 5.5 and then in half at 4.25. And I actually take the 2 pieces, the 2 halves, hold them together and then cut in half. So you can see that I have no problem with this trimmer. I've had it for a long time too. So now I have 4.25 by 5.5 inch panels that have double-sided adhesive on the back. So when I go to maybe die cut an intricate sentiment, I can die cut from this, and then I don't have to worry about putting liquid adhesive on the back. Oh yes, these are titanium. I cut through adhesive all the time, and you can see there's no buildup. Highly recommend these. If you've watched my videos, and anybody who's purchased these, tell me in the comment what you think of them, because I've never heard anybody say they don't love them. They are magic. So now I can just go through and cut all of these into 4 pieces, and I will have another area on my shelf over there where I put all of my adhesive backed cardstock. All right. See, everybody's saying they love those. So yes, I like this paper cutter is great too. Using a lot of my favorite tools right now because this is part of the prepping that I had planned to do at some point. If you want, by the way, if you are joining the Facebook group, it asks questions when you try to join. Please answer those questions. That's how we keep turds out of the pool, if you know what I'm saying. And I hope I didn't just offend somebody. All right, so now look at this. I have a bunch of white cardstock with the adhesive on the back. Now I also keep those adhesive sheets to use when needed, which I'll probably show you later. All right. Yep. Deborah said these are great. They never stick. I love them. Robin has 3 pairs. So do I. So do I. Because one of them will always walk, Yeah. They don't regret it. They cut like butter. Good, good. I'm glad everybody likes them. So these are on sale at Spellbinders. It's not a huge discount, but they're a newer product, so I expect that. But it is generous that it's on sale at all. All right, so how much was the double-sided adhesive on sale, Mike? 60% off. So far in my prepping here, I used the scoreboard that's 60% off and the double-sided adhesive at Altenew that's 60% off, and then the Spellbinder scissors, which is just a bit off, but better than nothing. All right. All right, now let me just show you a couple other things that you've seen me use in videos many times that are on big time sale at Altenew. Oh, these scissors are the 9-inch shears from Spellbinders, and I have them linked in my supply list. The adhesive sheets were $6. That's great. I don't remember how many you get. 10 sheets. Yeah, I have kids, Kitty. I have kids. Every discount helps. And it's the truth. And that's why I wanted to show these things, because getting a deep discount like this on things that we use a lot are great. Kathy, how are the scissors different than Tim Holtz? These are very buttery smooth. I use my Tim Holtz scissors all the time. But what I have come down to right now is there's two scissors that I really like to use the most. The Spellbinders big version. Hi, Richard. These are 9-inch shears. And then the smaller Tim Holtz recoil scissors. That's what I like to use for fussy cutting and smaller things. So these are the two that I like to use the best or most or whatever. Okay? All right. So let me show you a few other things that I noticed are on big time sale right now. Oh, my hair, I'm just a mess today. Because if you're going to place an order at Altenew for anything, these are other things that are good to get. All right, first of all, we have the Altenew foam tape. This is the foam tape I use now. I used to use like a Scotch foam tape or something else, I forget what. And whatever kind I was using, I noticed years later was yellowing and hardening, like it was starting to get hard. So I stopped using it and decided to use this Altenew foam tape because it's a good quality for card making. And there are a few reasons I like this foam tape over others. Is I can cut with it and it doesn't stick. You know how have you ever cut foam tape and it like sticks to your scissors and gets all gunky? These don't. Mike said, Okay, so I don't have any problems with that. I also can tear it a bit if I want to. So when I use foam tape, this is the foam tape. How much is this on sale, Mike? Do you know? These are titanium nonstick too. Mike's looking on this, the foam tape. It's on my supply list.
Yeah,
Let's see here. I know, he's looking. I'm just finding the supply list. I'm going to paste it in the comments again. It's half off. Okay, there you go. The Altenew foam tape is the only one I use now. Every time I try a cheaper brand, I'm disappointed. So this is good at 50% off.
Half an inch wide.
Half inch wide. All right. So this is great. The other adhesive that's on sale right now, can you see how much this one's on sale? This is the Altenew tape runner. And if you've watched my videos, I like using this adhesive a lot. It's one of my favorites for a few reasons. I think the price is great and it's on sale right now. Oh, by the way, this Altenew foam tape, it comes big. It's a big mama roll. Mine's probably halfway used. It's big. Okay, I don't think I have a spare. Oh, I might have to order some. But it comes bigger than this. This is just what I have left. So the Altenew glue tape, the reason I like it is it comes with the refills. All right, yes. Deborah, I'm not going to use all of the buy all the Altenew tape runner because I just bought a bunch recently. It was on sale a while ago. Yeah, they probably have a lot. Oh, Mitzi, hi, I'm glad you're here. So let me show you the reason I like this tape. There are a few reasons. One is it's got the refills. Two is it smoothly rolls out and it doesn't get stuck. I don't have this one getting stuck. And it puts down tiny, come on, mama. Come on, camera. Come on, you can do it. Can you see? There, can you see it's tiny little dots of adhesive. I don't know if you can see that. It's tiny little dots of adhesive. And if you change your mind, you can use an adhesive eraser or your finger to just remove that adhesive and it's completely gone. That's one thing I like. But if once you've used it and let it dry, it will hold well. Comes with the refills that are really easy to refill. You just pull it open and pop the new one in. No complicated process there. So you've seen me use these in videos and they're on huge sale too. I just wanted to show you this because it's such a great deal. And I will probably be I'm going to be buying more of the foam tape. I'm not sure how thick this is.
1.5 millimeters.
1.5 millimeters. That's what Mike says. Oh, okay. How do you clean the adhesive eraser? Penny asked.
I'm really fancy. This is what I do. I cut those little goobers off. See how they just like come right off? That's what I do. And then it cleans it. It works well. All right. Yeah, I have trouble with tape runners too. I haven't had trouble with this one. I'm wondering if anybody else here uses it and has had trouble. I've never had trouble with it. So that's one of the reasons I use it a lot. All right. Yeah, I like tiny dot adhesives too. There are a few good ones out there. This one just happens to be on big time sale right now, so I thought I would just mention it. I just thought I'd mention it. One more thing I wanted to show that I noticed is on sale, and then I'm going to start creating. Okay? One thing I noticed that is on sale, I'm not sure how much, but this is a newer product. So I did a live video a while back. Let me see if I can find this here. Hold on. Do I have the acrylic markers in my supply list? Mike, do I have them in there? Let me look, hold on. These acrylic markers, I believe, are on sale. I believe. They're not?
No,
Oh yeah, they are. Yes, they're on sale for 30% off right now. And I remember I used these in a live and they sold out. And they're back in stock and they're 30% off. Can you add that to the list? And I did a video with these with lots of different things. They're fun. So they're nice because the color is really bright on black cardstock. See how bright that is? So I did a video where I actually colored over a stencil. There's a white one in here too. This white one is one that you've probably seen me use in videos for little dots because it's so bright. And the original price on this was reasonable to begin with. I think it was, right now it's on sale for $17.49. So I just am mentioning this because I know a lot of you watched that live and really liked them and they sold out. So I thought I might as well let you know that they're on sale too. I may use them today. I don't know how much time I'll have. Yeah, it's a nice container. I like it. I had to buy another set because my husband stole my first set because he signs the inside of the guitars he makes with these. I don't know. All right. So I just wanted to mention that. All right. Let's do some creating. I pulled some things together. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm thinking I'm going to do the Craft a Flower from Altenew because this one's on sale and a lot of people have been asking about keyhole dies. So I thought that would be good to share. And I just found some things some favorites of mine that are all on sale and I thought I could try to use them all together. How about that? Oh, you want to see the markers on white? They're just as vibrant. They're acrylic markers. Nice thing about these is you don't have to pump them. You know how some of you have to pump? You don't have to pump these. I saw Penny say they're easy. These markers are easy to use. I totally agree. These work really nicely on white too. Really pretty colors. And you don't have to pump them. The color just flows. There you go. Retirement hobby, yep. But oh, Robin says they're the best markers ever. So these are really fun. Maybe if Brianne is still here, she could link to the live where I use these. I did a bunch of things with them. All right, so let's look at this. I think I'm going to do some keyhole die cutting because that's something I get a lot of questions about. And I wanted to try to answer some questions today. I have nothing prepped, so don't expect a whole lot here. Do the markers get goopy? I have not found them to get goopy. And in my other set, I use the white quite often, and I didn't find them to get goopy because you don't have to pump them. I think a lot of times acrylic markers get goopy because you have to pump them, and that kind of pushes goops together. Does that make sense? Do the markers work for colored stamped images? I have not tried that. Penny said no goopy. Okay. So let's do this. I'm using the prickly pear. Can you check that that's on the supply list? I've used this in a video before. In fact, I have linked on the bottom of my supply list a video where I've used this before. I used it for a bridge card. And this one, I believe, is 50% off right now. So I thought a lot of people have been asking about Keyhole. And so I'm going to use this that's on sale to show you how Keyhole works. So I haven't prepped anything. Sorry about that. They float. No, they don't build up. Yeah, they flow evenly. Good, good. Debbie says she loves the Altenew foam tape. Good, good. I'm glad. Because a lot of times I use things and I really like them, and I'm hoping that you all have the same experience. So it's good to hear when you do. Okay, Keyhole die cutting. So this one doesn't have it, but let me see if I can find it. Altenew has created, nope, this one doesn't either. Altenew has created something called Keyhole die cutting, and it is a way to make it easy to do layered die cutting. They often have it with their what's called craft-a-flowers, where they're layering floral die sets, but I know they have it with other things too. Not all of their layering die sets have it, but for where it makes sense, they do have it in all of their newer ones. If you go to their website, it will say Keyhole in a circle on the image, so you can know what is Keyhole. You can also search on Keyhole over on Altenew. I'm explaining what the Keyhole is. So the Keyhole system is something that Altenew has that makes it easy to line things up. So I need to show you what it is. It's hard to explain, so just bear with me. I'll explain what the Keyhole is. I am going to make some flowers. Now I need to do that die cutting, and then I'll show you what the Keyhole system is. Robin says it's a game changer. Yep. Let's see. Okay, so I just have grabbed some cardstock here. I have some Altenew cardstock. Altenew cardstock is beautiful. They have a lot of unique colors that are very unique from what other companies have. But I know one of these is, this is the Rouge, I guess, from Altenew. I have Peach Bellini, and I have a couple of older My Favorite Things cardstocks here. So I just grabbed some cardstocks, like a light, medium, dark, and extra dark that kind of go together. Now, on the Altenew layering guide that comes with the dies, it tells me how to layer these. I always like to start, what I do is I start with the darkest color for the first die. Now, if you look here at the dies, see how there is a 1 engraved there, or like a 1 impression, and then there's a keyhole. That's what we're going to talk about. But I'm going to, for die number 1, and I will cut that from my darkest color. And because I don't like to do die cutting of one thing at a time, I'm going to run a few things through. So I have, I'll just take that, because I'll be able to do 2 on there. My darkest color with die number 1. Now here, this has a 2 on it. So I'll go to 2 with my next color here. I'll put that down. Let's go to die, wait, is that, oh, there's 2 different ones here. Hold on, just a second. Let me go through here. Die cut 2. I'll explain what the difference is while this is die cutting. Just one moment. And then my next color, this one will be 3. 3 with that one. Okay. I think those are the colors I'll use. Actually, you know what? See, I overthink. I'm going to switch these. I'm going to skip that really dark color. I'm going to do that layer, and then I'll do 2 with this one. Sorry, I change my mind all the time. Okay, so let me run these through and I'll explain the keyhole system. Now this is a pretty easy one to layer, but you know some of Altenew's are really, have a lot of layers to it, and the keyhole system makes it really easy. To get the free gift over at Altenew, it's automatically added to your order. You don't need a code or anything if you spend, I think it's $69 or more. All the information on that is at the top of my YouTube description. All right, so let me show you what I've cut here. Doo-be-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hang on. Let me move these out of the way. And again, this is the prickly pear from Altenew. It's 50% off right now. So let me show you. So there are my stencils, or my die cuts, whatever. See how there is a keyhole there and it says 1? And there's a keyhole here and it says 2. That means I know these will layer up together. So let me show you. Let me get some adhesive. I'm using liquid adhesive here. What I like to do is I put a circle of liquid adhesive around the keyhole. Do you see that keyhole? Then I take the next die cut and I put it on top so the keyhole shapes line up. Now the keyhole sometimes is an actual keyhole shape. Sometimes it's an arrow, sometimes it's a triangle. Okay? And you just line up those shapes. And for this particular one, it is a, let me put some white cardstock behind it. It is an arrow opening. So I glued those two together by lining up that arrow. So I don't have to figure out how to layer those up. I just line up the hole. Does that make sense? Now, they always have another layer that will cover up the hole so you don't see it. Now this one has the little 3 on it. So I know it's the 3rd layer. I'll put glue on the back of that. And this one will get lined up right up here. Let's see, right like that. You can actually see the bottom of it lines up with that little keyhole. Okay, and then there is one final one here. There's this little one. This will cover up the numbers. So this one I'm going to cut from, I think I'll do that light again. I like that light color there. No, I think I'm going to do the medium color. Just a second, let me die cut this. So the keyhole system is to, it's an Altenew thing where it makes it easy to line things up. And sometimes there are die sets that's very helpful. This one's pretty easy to line up, but it makes it like you don't have to think at all. So now this is right on top of, let me look at the picture. Oh, this was supposed to go up more, I think. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. And now this goes on top and it hides it. So now you don't see the keyhole on there. And by the way, there is this little picture here and I didn't do a good job following it, but there we go. So now I've got those layered up just right. Okay, now there's also the layer of the details on the inside. You could leave it like this, or you can add those flower details. I'll add the flower details in a second. Okay, I'll probably go back and add those. But let me just show you more of the keyhole on the other flower. So there's this other flower in here. Now notice the die I just used has an arrow keyhole. Then there's dies that have a keyhole shaped keyhole. So I can find all of the dies that have the keyhole shaped keyhole and use those to create the other flower. Okay, so it's all about having this little hole at the center that allows you to line the layers up without having to think about it. All right, so we've got these 3 here. These have the keyhole. You can see this one has like the top of the keyhole right there. It's like a little circly thing. And I'm following the picture. I know that those 3 shapes go together. So let's do some die cutting with that. I'll do that over here. Isn't that fun? So smart. I am using my Empress die cut machine just because I don't have room for much else on my work surface here. My die cut machine, my Empress, is in the top drawer right here to the left of me, so it's really easy for me to get to. So I'm starting with the one that's labeled 1 with the darkest color, the one that's 2 with the medium color, and the one that has the 3 with the lightest color of cardstock. All right, what do you do with the plastic die cutting plates when they're completely gone? Do I recycle them? Jessica, no, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if you can recycle them. I don't know. I use them until they're on their last leg. All right, so I have 3 die cuts here, and I will hold them up to the camera for you. Just one moment, running out of room. So I have 3 here, and see how there is a keyhole-shaped keyhole there, keyhole-shaped keyhole here, and then the top of the keyhole-shaped hole here. And it's numbered 1, 2, and 3. So this, watch, takes no effort to layer them together. I put adhesive around the keyhole on one, and I line the keyhole up on the next one. So you'll be able to see right through that keyhole, and you will know that it's layered just right. See that keyhole? Now this one, it's going to go on the top of the keyhole, and again, there's a picture on the packaging that makes it very easy to see. Now you can always put more glue between the layers if you want to. But see how there's that hole? So I know how those layer up easily, and I know what order they go in easily. So Altenew has lots of these keyhole systems, and I get a lot of questions about them. I don't know, I do know that there are 2 sets on sale 50% off right now. This is one of them, the prickly pear. The other one that's on sale 50% off is in the description, or in that YouTube or URL page, the live supply page, if you want to see that. I'll show it to you in a moment. All right, so now we have that hole we need to cover up. Looking at this, there are 2 little dies that you can add, that you can layer together to put over the center. So I'll do that real quick. I need to grab some cardstock for that. Mike, are there any questions? Oh, I bet there are, because I have not been paying attention. Let me get some cardstock first here. I think I'm going to do these 2 colors in the center.
Older one, do those markers react with water?
Do those markers react with water? I'm not sure. Yeah, this is a pretty easy keyhole one. Mike, there was a picture I sent you with 3 cards on it. Can you pull that up real quick? Well, on die cutting, Mike's going to show you a picture. Yeah, 3 floral cards. Do you see it?
Well, I'm going to have to...
You got to pull it up.
Because it just been a little...
Okay, he's going to pull that up. But I have linked on the bottom of my supply list for today a video, and it says Keyhole video. And in that, I show, I think, 3 different keyhole die sets. So you might want to watch that and see if you like those. You'll see that there's one called Open Peony. It's not on sale right now, but there it is. So, okay, all of those cards right there were created with a keyhole layering die set. So those are the 3 of my favorites. It's a tulip one, I can't remember the middle one, and the Open Peony on the right. See that Open Peony on the right? There are lots of layers, but because there's a keyhole system, it makes it easier to figure out how to layer those together. So those 3 cards that I created with keyhole dies from Altenew are in a video that I've linked below, and it says Keyhole video. So if you want to, you can go check out that video. None of those are on sale right now, but you know what? The thanks and the hello friend dies there, those are on sale right now, big time over at Altenew, and it's in my link list. All right, you can come back here. Okay, now for the center, I'm just looking at this picture over here, and I'll just layer these together. I'm going to probably put a little gem at the center. I don't know. Then this can go on top of this so you don't see the keyhole. So look at that. You have a flower with very little effort. Isn't that fun? Now this one, I didn't put the centerpieces. Let me go back and put the centerpieces on this. I wanted to show you it with or without. That's another thing with these kind of dies. Oh, I'm tearing it. You don't have to do all the layers. You can simplify it by not doing all the layers. Oh, Brienne just put the keyhole video in the chat because she's on it. All right, let me find this real quick. I'm gonna do the centers for that other flower. I skipped them the first time. Sometimes I skip the centers, sometimes I don't. But you can see they're very easy to do. Hi, Kathy. Kathy says she's time zone challenged. I am too. I am too. We're winging it today, Kathy. You know I don't do good at that. Okay. So let's go back to this one. Pop these out. So again, all of it is in the picture on their packaging. If you ever need, have questions or need help figuring it out, but really the keyhole helps. What's up?
I gave her a hard time. I said, didn't you get the text?
Mike and Kathy spend a lot of their day giving each other a hard time.
I'll sign her up. Just if you got her number, so I'll sign her up.
Yeah, you've got her number.
Yeah,
You can sign her up. All right, so I'm doing these two, or this and this centerpiece for this flower. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in, and that will cover the keyhole. See how it's going to cover up that keyhole? I have some torn paper there too. So I'll put that there, and then I can put this on top. Like that. Isn't that fun? Ooh. Now normally I would put something heavy on top of this or a magnet to make sure it dries. There we have that flower. So now we have 2 flowers. All right, so it's called the keyhole system. Sometimes the hole is actually a keyhole shape, but sometimes it's like this is an arrow. Sometimes it's a triangle, but it is incredibly helpful. Not only is it helpful in what order and orientation to layer, but if there are more than one, if there's more than one flower in a die set, you know which dies go together. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. All right, so this one is prickly pear and it's on sale. Mike, there should be another image I sent you and it has like some pink flowers at the center of a bridge card, if you have any idea what a bridge card is. He's gonna see if he can pull that up.
I'm not saying it looks like a bridge.
I know, but I called
Does
that.
it say celebrate?
Yes. All right, Mike's gonna show you another card. And I have this linked below. Also at the bottom of my link list.
That one?
There we go. So that is also the prickly pear flower that I just demonstrated, but with pinks. So that video, if you want to see these in a card, that video is linked at the bottom of my list. Mike, can you put my link list, my live link list in the description? I do this live link list to try to make it easier to find the things that I talk about. Otherwise, it's really hard. There we go. Okay, so that is in the description, or in the link list. At the bottom is a video showing these. Now, there are these prickly like leaf, or it's prickly pear, so you could do that along with it, but I thought I would do one thing that I love to do, and that is to mix up different die sets so that you get more use from them. So let me show you. I have 2 options. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. Both of these I found on the sale page. I think this one's 50% off. What leaves did I use with that pink prickly pear? I don't know. If you go watch the video, it will say in the description. So I have these 2 different leaves that I'm considering. This is the leaf mix from Altenew, and I believe this one's is half off. And there are all these different kind of ways that you can layer these leaves together and do some kind of funky combinations. I like this one a lot. This is fun coming out of a bouquet. So I might use that. The other one is, this is the other Craft a Flower keyhole system that is on sale right now, 50% off. But how do you say that? Epiphylium? I need JC to tell me my flowers. This is 50% off too. And you can see there's keyhole. So this one, look at all, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers that have the little keyhole. And then this flower has 1, 2, 3, 4 layers with an arrow keyhole. And it helps you to create this layered flower. I think these are really fun, artsy and fun. All right, so this is 50% off right now, the leaf mix. And I think, and this one is 50% off too. So I'm looking at both. Hit mute. Close it. The mute is not working on Mike's computer. So there are some basic leaves in this one. So I think, you know what? I think I'm going to just go with the basic leaves in this just to save some time.
Here.
Okay, listen.
Epiphyllum.
Epiphyllum. That's how you pronounce it. That's what he's trying to figure out. Epiphyllum. Listen, you know, there's a reason I am the president of JC Gasper's fan club, because he is like so smart about flowers. Have you ever watched one of his videos? You've got to watch one of his videos. Brian, can you link to JC's channel?
he goes into these, like the science and the biology of flowers, and it just calms my anxieties. He's amazing. Anyway, so I'm going to go with the leaves from this set. Just to keep it simple. So this is the, say it again.
Epiphyllum?
Epiphyllum set. I'm using the leaves from that. But this one's 50% off too. So the flower set was the prickly pear. That's half off. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to grab 2 different colors of green. I did something recently that was a godsend, and sometime I'll show it in a video. I went through all of my scraps drawers, and I took out any scraps that were bigger than 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I trimmed all those bigger scraps down to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I keep it in a rainbow on a shelf. And so when I need green cardstock like this, I just go grab from there. Having my scraps cut down to a manageable, nice looking size and lined up has helped me to use them more. But I have a lot of scraps, so. All right. Epiphyllum. Thank you, Vicki. All right. So I'm just going to use these. Let's see. Let me check. Oh, Kimberly, if you're not familiar with JC, Brian just linked to him. He's been a guest on my channel several times. He is so talented. He has a class at Altenew that teaches like how to assemble flowers on your card. He's one of my favorite card makers. He is a kind human being, very funny, super smart. He's a biologist. Like he's got like a big boy job. I don't have a big girl job. Can you use foil plates or press plates to make an impression in a Gemini Junior? You should be able to. I don't have a Gemini Junior anymore, but I'm sure you can, as long as you have that flexible embossing mat. Hi, I'm glad you're here. I am doing random stuff today. That's what I'm doing. I just wanted to play, and everything I'm using is on sale, so that's good. And Simon Says Stamp has $15 off right now. It's a lot. It's all in the description below. So this is a great one, 50% off, but I just used the leaves today. All right, I thought it'd be fun to build a card with lots of things that are on sale, and all older, right? All older. Yes, JC is great. Follow him on Instagram, and also follow Altenew on YouTube, because he does videos for Altenew a lot. He's very, very, very talented. And also so kind. Hi, Sika. I kind of have a big girl job, somewhat, sort of. All right. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to show you today. I'm going to pause on this card and show you this. Oh, Brian just linked to one of JC's guest videos here. Did you move all my craft stacks? Oh, no, I put them right here. Okay. Let's talk about craft stacks, because every time I go live, I get a lot of questions about these. So I'm going to show them all to you now. These are craft stacks from Spellbinders, and they're on sale right now. Not a huge discount, but there is a sale, which is great. It's a newer product, so it's not on deep sale, but it is on sale. Okay, these are called craft stacks. They're from Spellbinders. You see them in every one of my videos. I use them all the time. These are just some of the ones I have. I have stacks of them right over here. I have stacks of them in my cabinet. They are amazing. Now they come in 2 sizes. A lot of people have asked about this, so I have to go through this. Yes, see, I love my craft stacks. There are 2 sizes. There is this size, which is large, and this size, which is medium. Let me show you. The medium is half of the large. You can buy a pack of, I think, 4 mediums, a pack of 2 larges, or a pack that has 2 mediums and 1 large. So there's a mix. They come with lids. I don't usually have my lids on unless I'm taking it somewhere, but they come with lids. These will stack with the lids on or with the lids off. So all of these right here don't have lids on, and you can see they stack nicely. So you can either have the lids on or not. It's totally up to you. These 2 have the lids on, and you can see they stack nicely. These are fantastic. See, everybody's saying they like these. Spellbinders even has something that wraps around it so you can tell them apart. I haven't gotten into that yet. But these are fantastic. So whenever you see me create, I have these nearby because I'll throw my dies in them and my stamps in them until I want to put everything away. I also put my little die cuts in here. So I have a video that I'm working on where I show like assembling a bunch of cards, and I use these in it, but I think in every video you see me use them. Now, just so you can get a size idea, that's an A2 panel. It fits in there nicely. If you want to be able to put like stamp sets in it, go with the bigger. It should come with lids. If you didn't get them with lids, then you might have gotten something else. I think scrapbook.com sells some without lids, but these come with lids. They're called craft stacks. They're linked below to Spellbinders, which has them on sale, and linked below to Simon Says Stamp, where you can get $15 off certain orders right now. The card stocks that I used before, I'll show you that in a moment. But I did just think of something that I need to tell you all. If you have signed up, just a little tip, if you have signed up for online card classes, So Very Merry, go get some of this double-sided adhesive paper from Altenew, because I show a great way to use that in class. You don't have to have it, but boy, will it help. And it's on sale big time right now, I think 60% off. So I forgot to mention that before. Remember when I said I was trying to remember something? I just remembered it. If you're taking So Very Merry, I would get some of this. You don't have to have it, but it sure will help. Okay, the cardstocks I use, these peach cardstocks. Let me look. Let's see, the Altenew Rouge, Peach Bellini from Gina K. Oh, Concord and Ninth Sorbet, and my favorite things, Moroccan Spice. Those are the ones I used. But Altenew's cardstocks are beautiful. Let me just show you. Let me show you these. I'm on a squirrel. Thinking about something else here. Hang on. And somebody asked about cardstocks. So Altenew now has cardstocks, and they keep coming out with more and more colors. These are 80. These two happen to be 88 pounds. And, you know, it's a great layering weight. I love it. Look how bright that is. The thing that I like, these aren't on sale because they're new, but the thing I like about their cardstock is that, you know how sometimes there'll be crossover, like one company will have a color and the other company will have a color and it's actually the same one? Altenew seems to be very unique from what I've been able to find. Like this ultramarine, I love this one. These two I think are just beautiful. So anyways, I use these cardstocks a lot, and I'm going to try to get better about telling you what color cardstocks I'm using in videos, and that's part of why I did this. But the Altenew that I used today was the Rouge, and then Gina K. Peach Bellini, and Sorbet from Concord and Ninth, and Moroccan Spice from My Favorite Things. All right. Yeah, I have squirrels when I go live. Today's going to have a lot of squirrels. Okay. Brand, the cardstock hasn't been out long, and they just keep adding more colors, and it matches with their inks. Okay, back to this. So I thought I would create, let's see. Oh, here we go. This is a good idea. If you've watched my videos, you know I've been using these a lot. In fact, they're stored on my cabinet door. Let me get them out. There's a bunch of them. These are the Essential Ovals from Spellbinders. And these are on sale right now. I'm not sure how big of a discount, but they're on sale. And I use these quite often. I like them much better than, they're like $6 and something off. I like this oval shape more than a traditional oval shape, and the proportions are just right for the center of an A2 card. So I thought, so these are on sale from Spellbinders, and I thought I would combine that with my Altenew that I've got going on here. So I'm going to pick out one of these.
Again, I have no plans. I'm not doing anything fancy here. I just wanted to use these. I think that size might be, let's go one. No, I'm going to go with that one. I don't want to go too big because I'm going to use an embossing folder on the background. Question, if you were to have one ink set to work with, which ink colors would you use? That I can't tell you that, Caroline. It is like picking between my dogs, I mean my kids. Kidding. I really don't, I don't know. I really like,
I'm gonna go with Colin right now.
Mike says he's going to go with Colin because he's at an easy college stage. No, I don't think I want that. It's hard to say. I like a lot of different inks, and I think you can't go wrong with any of them. I don't know what to say. I say to go watch videos, see what people use and what might appeal to you, and also go for the colors you like. If you're buying from a stamp company, you're going to get good quality inks. Let me think here. I think I'm going to go with silver. This is Altenew brushed silver cardstock. I have this, by the way, I have my gold matte and silver matte cardstock cut down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And it's on the shelf underneath all the other stuff that I prepped earlier. All right. So I'm going to cut from this. I think this is pretty. I think this Altenew brushed cardstock is on sale. Yeah, you can, if you want to share in the chat what inks you really like, feel free. Just don't say something negative about an ink. That makes me sad. Makes me sad. All right. So this is brushed cardstock from Altenew. Mike, is that on sale right now? I think it is. I think it is. You know what? I need to cut another one from white scrap here. I love these ovals too. I use them all the time. In fact, the video that I
Silver?
have coming out soon, yeah, brushed silver.
Silver's in stock.
Is it on sale at Altenew?
Half off.
It's half off. Altenew silver matte cardstock is half off.
Just silver.
Just silver. But that's what well, looky there. That's what I used. I'm going through my scraps to cut some building layers here. All right. Gina K is your go-to. I love Gina. Gina has a really classic ink line. She has all the classic colors, which I love. I don't know. It's a classic, great ink line. Altenew has all the colors. All the colors. I mean, tons of them. They're fresh dye ink. So good. Oh, by the way, I noticed in this Altenew sale, they have a lot of fresh dye ink cubes on sale. So if you want to try their fresh dye ink, which you know I love, I've used many times in videos, that now is a good time to try it. All right. I'm going to start putting some things together here, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. So I just cut these from these extra white ovals from scrap cardstock so that I could build up some dimension on this and make it nice and strong. I use my glue tape that is on sale, but everybody's watching, so I'm having trouble lining things up. There we go. So now this is nice and strong. It has dimension. I'm going to put my flowers on there, but first I need my background. And I thought I would use the Flower Frenzy embossing folder from Spellbinders. This is on my favorites list that I'm working on, my favorite crafty things list. I think this is just a sweet pattern. And apparently I liked it so much I bought 2 of them. So I'm going to give one of these away at the end of this live, along with something else. I'll give you that. Because I found 2 of them when I was digging for this live. Let's see. What do I want to use? Let's see. I think I'll use white. One of the reasons I like Spellbinders embossing folders is because they're big. You can actually do 2 panels, A2 panels at once, or you can do 5 by 7 in here, which is a great, great thing. So I think I'll just do white background. Let's do white background. You know what?
I'm going to do it directly on the front of my note card. So I'm getting one of those note cards that I created at the beginning of this video. My Intracut plates are upstairs, so I'll use my Spellbinders Platinum. Hey, by the way, if you are considering the Better Press system, Spellbinders has a great Better Press gift bundle. That's a great way to save. You get a lot of extras. Let's see here. I've got to figure out the sandwich for this. Okay, I think I have it right. Now, I like to spritz my cardstock with a bit of water. I'm not going to do much because I don't want to have to heat set it in the video, but I'm just spritzing a little bit on the front flap of this note card. Then I will place, oh, Richard, the embossing folders from Spellbinders are so good. And if you go to their 40% off, or their Spooktacular sales section, which I have linked in the YouTube description, if you go to that section, you can, like at the top, there's menus, and you can look at all the embossing folders that are on sale right now. And this one will be in there. And all of their folders are big like this. Some are 3D, some are 2D. It just depends. They have both options. So let me show you what I did. I didn't do a good job showing that. I am using the Essential Stylish ovals. I have them linked in the description below. I'm putting the front flap of the card in there. And then I will put this into my die cut machine and run that through. So I'm using the embossing folder on the front of my note card. What adhesive do I use when I'm using adding metallic cardstock? You know, that's a good time to use the tape runner like I used here. That's what I just used. Or you can use the double-sided adhesive. Either works. All right, so I used the Floral Frenzy embossing folder on the front of the card. Isn't that the sweetest? I just think that's so sweet. So that embossing folder is on sale. It's in that live link list, which is at the top chat. It's pinned at the top of the chat. All right, so there is our card base. And because I used heavyweight cardstock, this will hold up great. No problems at all. Can you use the Spellbinders Better Press and the Gina K Intracut? Absolutely. I have a video all about the Intracut on my YouTube channel. It's called, like, I don't know, if you search die cut machine on my channel, you'll find it. In that video, I show you how to use your glimmer machine and your Better Press plates with the Intracut, what sandwich you need. All right, let's start putting things together. I have no idea what I'm doing. How's that? So actually, this would be a good time. Let me show you if I can find it. Remember these? I'm going to use these. If you missed the beginning of my video, you can go back and watch. I'm going to use these. I'm going to put these on the back here. Might as well put them to good use. The other reason why I'm doing this is when you're adding to texture, you want to make sure that you have a good amount of glue on the back so that you have things that are connecting the two layers together. Kay says that the Intracut works, or the Better Press actually works best in the Intracut. The Better Press works best in the Intracut. There you go. I just started using my Intracut again because it's just back in stock. I hadn't used it in a while, so I look forward to using it more. All right, so now this, you know what? Watch this. Hang on. Just a second. Hold on. Yeah, I'll use this. I'm going to put liquid glue on it too, and that will help me to move it around some, but I've got lots of glue there that will hold it in place. So I can wiggle, I have wiggle room time. And then I'll press it down. There we go. All right. Good, good, good. I don't know how long shipping is taking right now at Gina, because she had the big sale with me last week, and she also had a release last week. But you can contact customer service. They're great. All right. Let's layer this up. I have no idea what, oh, you know what? I need a sentiment. Dang on it. Let me see. So everything on here I've used. is on sale. Yay! All right, Mike, are there questions? I gotta look at the sentiments I'm considering here. Let's see. Did you mention the weight of the sticker paper? I don't know the weight of the sticker paper. The double-sided adhesive from Altenew, it might say it on the product page, but I die cut through it very easily. In fact, I'm going to show it here in a moment if I've got time. Beth asked which trimmer is my go-to. In my videos, I use where did I put it? Over here. I use this one because it fits in the camera screen. So I like this one, and I also like the rotary trimmer, which is much bigger. So when I'm crafting off screen, that's what I use. All right, let me look at this. I might glue it all together off screen so I can start another card. I don't know. So let me show you the things I'm considering. All of them are on sale. First of all, you have the Altenew Classic Greetings. There's a stamp set. There's press plates and there's dies. And the press plates are on sale right now. I really like these sentiments. I've used them a lot in videos. So I might do maybe like We Love You right at the center. Use the press plate and the die to cut it out. I'm considering that. I know this one's on sale. It's called Classic Sentiments or Classic Greetings. It's in the description. Then I just bought this one and it's on sale now. Go figure. But look at this. It has 2 sentiment strip dies and then a label die so you can get this like layered look. And I thought that would be fun too. And on that I could stamp like a thin sentiment, like one from, so this is Spellbinders. This is Spellbinders sentiment labels. This one is Altenew Daisy Crown. It's got a big image in here. This is on sale too. I saw that. I could do one of the sentiments here. I've used that before with the coordinating die, or use one of these thin sentiments on this. That was another consideration. And then the Simon Hurley Everyday Sentiments. I've used these so many times. In fact, I've bulk die cut with these. And this set's on sale. This is on my favorites list. It's got a bunch of different options like thanks, hugs, thinking of you, happy, hello, love, birthday, and then shadow dies for all of them. So I'm not sure which sentiment. I'm going to do one of those. All of these are linked below. I don't think Daisy Crown is, but the rest of them are, and they're all on sale. I think I might skip the sentiment for now. Let me just put the flowers on, and I'll add one of these sentiments later because I want to show you something else. Because yeah, that is this Everyday Sentiments from Simon Hurley. You know what? I'll just cut one really quick. This is a really nice, like classic style. And I like that the coordinating dies are included. And there's thinking of you, love you, lots of different options. Simon Hurley's Everyday Sentiments. They're on sale at Spellbinders. Spellbinders makes his dies. So the oval Spellbinders, the embossing folder Spellbinders, the sentiment Spellbinders, these are Altenew. All right, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. No idea, but I'm just going to throw it down because there's something else I want to play with. All right, so let's think. I'm just going to I want it to be like that. Like that. And then, ooh, this is a big mama leaf. We're going to cut him down. We don't need him to be that big. So let's see. I'm using Gina K Connect liquid adhesive in her fine tip bottle. I love it. It's my favorite liquid adhesive. I'll put a little more on there. Let's put that like that. Oh, that's fun. So I use 2 different sets for the leaves and the flowers. And that's fun, mixing and matching. It gives you more, it gets you to use, when you mix and match different products together, you get more use out of them. And today is a great example.
of you do not need to stick to one company. I am mixing and matching here different companies together. I'll do that, and then, I think I'll do this little, the bottom half of this leaf. I'm just gonna stick him out here. There we go. There. Although I have no idea where I'm putting my sentiment. I'm gonna move the flowers apart so I can put the sentiment right in the middle. I like my sentiments in the middle. That bothers some people, but that's what I do. That's what I do. Some people. All right, for the sentiment, because I want to do it quick, I'll use my, remember at the beginning where I did the white cardstock with the double-sided tape on the back or double-sided adhesive sheet? I'm going to cut from that my sentiment, and it'll make it faster to put together. All right. What do you always mix colors for the leaves? I always seem to use, I do. I don't know why. You don't have to. You could do them all the same green, but I think it adds interest. Especially because the peaches that I used for my flowers are kind of close to each other. There's not a lot of contrast there. So see, I die cut from the sticker sheet that we created with Altenew double-sided adhesive. So it makes it really easy to put these layers together. Don't worry, I'll get a color sentiment here in a second. Are there more questions, Mike, that I can do can answer while I'm doing this? It's so hard to do things when people are watching. I'm telling you.
Let's see.
I don't know where I put my silver cardstock piece. Dang it. Got to get another one.
How do you store sentiment stamps and dies? Sort of a non-professional, but
Okay. Storing sentiment stamps and dies. I've used the same system. Why am I doing that? I've used the same system for years. I use stamp pockets and die pockets, and I label in the corner. So my die pockets look like this. Let me get a regular stamp. My stamp sets look like that. My bigger stamp sets look like this. I store mine by, see how it cuts beautifully. I store mine by company because of my job. If I didn't do this for a living, I probably would store by theme. But maybe some people in the comments can mention how they like to store theirs. So this has got a sticker on the back. I just layered up 2 die cuts there. And then on top of this white die cut, I'll do a silver. By the way, if you ever get glue on your metallic cardstock, just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and it'll rub away. There we go. Add that on there. So I like to build up my sentiments or my die cuts. And there's also, because it looks good, but also there's a reason. Again, this is Simon Hurley Essential Sentiments, Everyday Sentiments on sale at Spellbinders. It's linked below. I have done bulk die cutting. You've probably seen it in my videos because I use them so often. So the reason I stack those, it's not just because I like the dimensional look. I'm going to put it on top of a bunch of die cuts, and if it was thin, it will get crushed in the mail. Also, I want to put a little bit of foam tape behind it. Oop, you know what? I don't need the foam tape. There's adhesive on the back. Remember, I have the adhesive on the back because I used the double-sided adhesive sheet from Altenew on my cardstock before I die cut it. So I can just add this wherever I want. I think I'll do it right there. Got to tuck this leaf in more though. Yeah, like right there. Now the key to the double-sided adhesive sheet from Altenew, this is another reason I like it, is you can move it. Like I can place it there and press it down a bit, but I can still move it. You have time to move it. But then once you have it in place, you really press it down. Usually I'll press it with my bone folder or something. Here I'm just going to use my thumb. But then once you press it down, it'll stay put. There we go. How's that for not knowing what I'm doing? It's not my best, but it's easy enough. All right. All right, so the flowers are the prickly pear from Altenew. They're on sale. The ovals are the Essential Stylish Ovals from Spellbinders. They're on sale. The Flower Frenzy embossing folder from Spellbinders, it's on sale. And then the Simon Hurley Everyday Sentiments at Spellbinders on sale. It's all in that link, live link list. I really encourage you to open that so you can see everything, because it gives you thumbnails. I spend a lot of time putting that together so you can actually see the things. And at the top, it gives you all the different sale deals going on right now. Isn't that fun? Okay, Mike will put that in the chat again. There's one more thing I want to try to do. Oh, I have to just get started. Just get started. These have been sitting out. I've been wanting to use these. This is the Altenew Mega Blossom stencil set, and it's on sale. Isn't that fun? Oh, it looks like a lot of people sort by company. I think it just depends on how your mind works. Mega Blossom stencil. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but let's play. Let's play. We're going to play fast because, you know, I've been here for almost 2 hours. Didn't you guys get sick of that? Okay. Mega Blossom stencil from Altenew. It's in the description below. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but we're going to do it anyways. Let's see. I think I'll go. I'm going to go with a light pink cardstock. I'm just going to my scraps over here. I don't know. I need a light, like pinkish color. No, I'm going to do a light purplish color. No, I'm going to go with white. See, I'm going to overthink. This is what I do. I overthink things. Let's see, we have, okay. This is where people get mad at me, but I'm going to do it anyways. Sorry, I have to get everything in order here. New stencil set. When I get a new stencil set, I number it in the corner. It has the etching there, but it makes it easier to see. So I use my Sharpie. My Sharpie's dying here. And I put little 1 with a circle around it, and I put a piece of Scotch tape over it. So that way when I clean it with the rubbing alcohol, it doesn't erase my Sharpie. Now I'm doing 2 circles on each, and you'll see why in a moment, and that's the reason why you're gonna all get mad at me, but you'll see why. Then this is stencil number 3. And then some of you probably know why you're gonna get mad at me already. Okay, stencil 4. There are etched lines on here to let me know that there's actually two things that are done on that stencil. Altenew has a guide that shows how to layer them up. And the reason I put 2 ones on here is, see that etched line down the middle? That means this is one, you stencil this, and then you go and stencil this. So you could leave them connected and move them. I just cut mine. Why not? No harm, no foul. And it just makes more sense to me. Now I have 1 layer on here. I know. Oh, good. I'm glad you don't mind cutting, because oh, do I try to get complicated? Mike's looking at me. I know, it stresses people out. I might get complicated here. I think I'm going to do it. I may fail miserably. Are you okay if I fail miserably? Please tell me you are. No, I don't like that. If I do it this way. No. Let me think. I have to, see, this is what happens that you guys don't see. And this is why I don't normally wing it when I go live, because I overthink things, and you see me hum and haw. And I like to not waste your time doing that, but unfortunately I'm wasting your time doing that today. I think, let's see, how do I want to do this? Maybe I'm going to do it like that. I think that work. Let me see. So I'm going to make marks on my desk. You'll see why. Just bear with me. If it fails, it fails. Nothing wrong with that, right? I'm going to put, oh, my Sharpie's dying. I'm putting little tick marks where I'm going to line up my card each time. Okay. Am I even in the camera? Sorry, my big old nose is in it. These I can remove with alcohol swabs.
So I'm not actually using the sticky mat here. I could have done this on the sticky mat, but I'm not. Oh gosh, why am I doing this? Okay, so I want to use this stencil like that, because then I'll have some greens come with it. Let me look at this picture. So yeah, then some green will come down. I don't know, people. I think I'm making a giant mistake. Okay, we'll do it anyways. It's fun to make mistakes, isn't it, Mike? Yeah? No, not really. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Oh my gosh, people. I have no idea. I think I'll do it this way. Doobie-doop-doo. I think I need to make a bigger card. I think that's my problem. I think I need a bigger card panel. For what I want to do, I want to put a flower at the top and a flower at the bottom so that they're like mirror imaged. But this flower is so big, I think I'm going to make it 5 by 7. So let's see. It's just paper. I know. Okay, so I'm going with 5 by 7 instead. So ignore the first tick marks. I have new ones. Another thing you can do if you don't want to do Sharpie on your desk is put tape. So let me get this centered better. Ignore my first Sharpie marks. I can put tape up here and tape down here so I know where to go each time. I don't know that I'm going to need these marks, but I'm trying something. Can you scroll it for me? And then I like to use a little bit of the tape runner from Altenew, which is on sale. Put that on the back. All right, I don't know what I'm doing, but I think I want this kind of like coming down in some leaves. And I just didn't want it to overlap. So I'm going to go right there. That's where I'm going, I think. Okay. I need to create kind of like a hinge because I want to be able to flip this up and down. I'm going to create a hinge up here. So I'm holding that stencil there. You'll see why in a moment. I'm overthinking it. This is what I do. So now I can flip this up and then flip it back down. I'm going to ink over that. So let's see. I need to mask the edge here. I'm just going to grab these two things. These are Simon Says Stamp Placement Guides. I use them a lot for masking. What colors do I want to do? I think I'm going to go with, I'll be back. Hold on. I'm just picking out my inks. I think I'm going to go with these colors. These are from Altenew. Fresh dye inks. I think they're cubes. Some of their cubes are on sale if you want to try things out. Okay. Why am I doing this? All right. Let me grab. So can you see the edges of the stencil? I don't want to stencil off that edge. I'm going to put a piece of tape over here. Since I'm not working on a sticky mat, tape is my friend. Put that down like that. And then start inking. I'm using a Pink Fresh 1-inch blending brush. I really liked this brush lately. I feel like it is great for doing smooth blending, especially with light colors. I think it's fantastic, but you can use whatever blending brush you like. These placement mats are really meant to like use in your Misty. I use them quite often in videos, but I also use them because you can put them down to mask, and if you're working on a sticky mat, it holds in place, which I'm not working on a sticky mat now. So there's layer 1. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my cardstock out. I actually can leave that tape there. And I'm going to rotate it. Boop. And then put this back in the little blue tick marks and do the same thing on this side. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This is stressful. Oh, this is like, you have to be brave to watch this because it gives you an insight into my mind. Now, normally I would probably just grab like a piece of masking magic or masking tape and tape off these edges instead of moving this around. But I don't want to go digging for stuff. These brushes are great.
If I want to put a heavy amount of ink down, I'll use the Altenew large brushes, but for light or really easy smooth blending, these are great. Okay, so that was stencil number 1. So that's the first layer. You can reuse this tape. This is Easy C tape from Altenew, or from, I get mine at Simon Says Stamp. It's just I think it's also called highlighter tape. So let's see, line up this, and you can see it's very easy line up. Again, this is the Mega Blossoms. Okay, I still don't be impressed yet, because I still don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. We'll see. Is there a master list of some? I missed it. Here are the ink colors I'm using. These are fresh dye inks from Altenew. And if you want to try them, you can try their ink cubes. I think a bunch of them are on sale right now. If you go to the sales section in my YouTube description below, the Altenew sales section, you'll probably see them in there.
There's your
What?
question. Here.
When you stick,
nope. Yeah, answer that anyway. It's a different question.
When you stick with metallic thread, how many strands do you use? Stitch. When I stitch with, usually 2. Usually 2. By the way, I'm not doing the greatest blending because I'm trying to hurry.
Here's the question you're looking for.
Is there a master list with all of your basic supplies? You know, I need to put one together. Hang on, let me turn this. So I'm going to take this out, leaving the stencil where it is, rotate it, slide it back under, and line up with my corners. But I can also line up with the inking I've got. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't you know, it works. Just get that. This is a firm pad. Yep, these Altenew fresh dye inks are a firm pad. Some people prefer foam. Some people prefer firm. I generally prefer firm. But I go by colors and quality inks, and there are a lot of great options out there. But as far as firm ink pads, Altenew fresh dye inks, Gina K, Hero Arts, Pink Fresh, they all have firm. All right, so that was the second part of the first stencil. So see, it just made sense for me to cut it up. Sometimes I get confused, like when there's multiple things on a stencil. I appreciate that companies do that because it cuts down on the cost. Instead of having 9 stencils, they combine some when possible. So I appreciate that they're doing that. However, sometimes I get confused. This one's not as hard, but I think it just makes more sense to me to cut it up. The engineers might, you know what? Listen, I'm a mess. I'm sweating because I have, I don't want that there. Why did I put that there? Because I have no idea where I'm going with this and if it'll even be worth wasting your time, but I'm hoping it is. Do I have a master list of techniques? No, I need to do these things. I really need to do these things, don't I? I don't. These colors, by the way, are beautiful. They're like a blue with a little purple tint to them. Oh, I just love them. This crystal violet color is gorgeous. So people were asking about inks before. One thing that I do like about Altenew fresh dye inks, here we go, take it out and rotate it. Look at that flower. Oh. One of the things I really like about Altenew fresh dye inks is that they come in color families like the one you see here. This is, I don't know what name this is. I don't know what color family it is. But these 4, you've got the light, dark, light, medium, dark, and extra dark. And so you know that they're going to work together to build layers like this. But, I mean, you could use whatever, my tape runner is not holding up back there anymore. You can use whatever inks you want. But one of the reasons I do like the fresh dye inks is because they come in these color families that just make it easier. I don't have to think as hard to find the colors that build up. Now with this stencil, I could have probably used 2 colors. For one layer, I do a light application of one of the colors. Then the next layer, I do a heavy of that same color. And you can build up layering that way. I have these inks, so I thought I'd use them. Oh gosh, that's pretty. Okay, that is stencil 2, or this first part is stencil 2. See, this is where it's going to take me long. Whoa. Oh, okay. And then this one. Oh, this is something else I like from Altenew. Remember, this one's 50% off. I think it's 50% off. See that? Do you see an etched line there? There's an etched line on etched lines that you line that etched line up with the inking you've already done. So I can just line up the etched line with the outline of this inking I've already done, and I know I've got it lined up just right. That's so cool. A few companies do that, and I really like that Altenew does that. Oh, I fail, honey. I fail all the time. Are fresh dye inks different than the crisp dye inks? So Altenew used to have oval ink. They still have them, but I think they're discontinuing them eventually. A lot of them are on sale. I used them for years. I loved them. They were called crisp dye inks. They were oval ink pads, black case. They now have the same colors and more in fresh dye inks. I prefer the fresh dye ink because I like this round ink pad. I like that the cap screws on, so when you drop it, it's no problem. All right, I gotta think for a minute. I gotta take this out. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Slide it under. Hold on, I gotta put those corners in place. Look at that, look at that. I'm gonna tape that down. So fresh dye inks, I like the ink, I like the round pad itself. I like the lid so much that, because I drop my ink pads all the time, and the lid doesn't fall off. And I like the ink in this. It's a little bit of a thicker ink, and I just think it's great. I think it's great for blending, and I think it's great for stamping. That's my preference. Look at those. Oh, this one I need to cut too. Oh, we go to 3 first. Oh my gosh. You know what? These things make me happy. You guys hear me say in videos all the time that there's etched lines I'm trying to line up here. You hear me say in videos all the time, like, this product's brilliant, you know, whatever. I really get just like you all, I get very excited about this stuff. This is my happy place. So I do get excited about new products, and when a company designs brilliant stuff like this that makes it easy for me to look like an artist, I'm all for it. Because I can't draw or paint or do anything on my own. I need stamps to do it. And let me get some inks here. I'm going to go with this collection here. The blending brushes that I'm using here are Pink Fresh 1-inch blending brush. I call them magic brushes. I don't think I have them in the description, so Mike can add that. All right, so over this I'll do bamboo. I don't know. Maybe I'll go darker. Let's see, I'm looking and it's 3 layers. No, I'll start with bamboo. I am doing a horrible mess here because I'm trying to hurry, but you'll get the idea at least. Isn't the flower pretty? So what I was saying is I appreciate that, like, Altenew does, ooh, I don't want to move that. Altenew really puts a lot of thought into these, let me put more tape on back, into how they make these easier for us to work with. The etched lines that help me to line things up as I go. Ooh, 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 ooh. What am I doing here? Oh, there we go. I'm losing my, there we go. Got it in the corners. The etched lines that make it easier for us to know that things are lined up just right, or the numbering of the stencils, or the fact that they do the keyhole system. Like, I really appreciate when companies come out with brilliant stuff like that. I know, like, Lawn Fawn and Concord and Ninth have some brilliant die sets that make it easy to do interactive cards. You know, I really appreciate when companies do all that stuff, and I just get excited about it in videos. What can I say? All right, this is the last stencil. I'm gonna do it as fast as I can because I want to do something else to this panel. Somebody said they were very happy with Altenew's matching something. What was that, Mike? I missed it. Matching card. Yeah, the cardstocks are beautiful. There's some really unique colors. I'll talk more about them in a video someday. Now, I'm not reusing my EZC tape to save time, but I usually do. I don't usually
blast through this much. But let me clean this off. All right. All right. Now this we're going to do in, let's do olive. I whistle sometimes when I craft. I don't know why. All right. My question while I try not to make a mess here.
What's your go-to color for foliage? Greens.
Greens. Okay. Greens. For like layering like this family is great from Altenew. I also like, there's some really pretty greens from Pink Fresh, like a set of 4 also. It's the one that has the pear or the grassy knoll in it, whatever that one is. Those are ones that I reach for quite often. If I want more Christmassy kind of greens, I really like Hero Arts Fresh Lawn. And I like, I also like the Lucky Clover, and I think it's Christmas Pine or Pine from Gina K. Those are good ones. But really, there's a lot of great greens out there that are like the spruce, the light, medium, and dark spruce from Gina K. That's fun if you want like more of a bluish green color. So it really just depends. But I tend to, with greens especially, I tend to go where there are a light, medium, and dark, and hopefully an extra dark in the family, because then I can layer my foliage. I get more use out of them. Okay, the Pink Fresh and Altenew inks, or blending brushes. I'll look at that in just a moment. Let me just finish this so I can move on. So this is the darkest, the moss. So when I do layering stencils or layering stamping, I start with the lightest color first. Layering die cutting, layering stenciling, layering stamping. I always start with light first for the more solid parts, and then I move my way up to the darkest. And that, ooh, I think I didn't mask there. Oh well. Okay, super quick. Look at that. I got some ink up there, but I'll take care of that. That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, the Gina K spruce inks are great. Okay, I have a mess here, but that's okay. I'll show you how I fix that. Blending brushes. Somebody asked, oh, I need a towel. Blending brushes. There are, every company seems to have multiple ones. I don't know. I mostly use Altenew and Pink Fresh blending brushes. I like these Pink Fresh blending brushes, and then like these from Altenew I really like. So these are the 3 that I reach for the most.
I think you said they look big. They look bigger. Or say they're 1 inch, but the Pink Fresh ones look bigger.
Oh, Altenew does have some smaller ones. I think that's what she's talking about. Let me see if I can get mine like this. Maybe that's what she's talking about. Yeah, these are tighter and these kind of are flared. Yeah. I like these too, but I've been reaching for this one. I love these tiny ones from Altenew and this bigger one from Pink Fresh. Those are just what I happen to reach for right now. If I want to do a heavy amount of ink, I either use Tim Holtz ink blending tool or I use these from Altenew. I find that the tight, shorter bristles are easier for heavier application, and these longer, looser ones are easier for lighter application. I don't know. I need to do a comparison video on when I use what. I'll add that to my list. Brian, add that to the list. Mike is whining because he wants to stop. Okay, I have a little ink here. I can't stop. See that little ink there? No one will ever know. There we go. It's gone. Let's see, did I get any others? Oh, there's a little here. I'll either use this mono sand eraser if I get ink where I don't want it, or I use these paper sanders. These are also great. It doesn't take a heavy amount of ink off, but a little bit. Not fun. Okay, not done with this. I had an idea. Okay. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Actually, I do know. So these are the Mega Blossoms on sale at Altenew, I think 50% off.
These are two Spellbinders embossing folders. I have them linked below. This is Tiny Dots. I'm not sure what this diamond one is. I wanted to do a repeating pattern embossing folder on this. I thought that would be cool. I think I'm going to go with the diamonds.
Dimensional diamonds.
Dimensional diamonds. I'm going to use that. In this case, I'm not going to, well, I can spritz the back of it. Doo-be-doo-doo. Hang on. I'm going to spritz the back of that. I don't want to mess up my ink. So I spritz the back just for, you don't really have to do that. I don't always do it. And see, this is a 5x7 panel, and notice it fits nicely in the Spellbinders, bigger folders. Now now this is where Jennifer goes nuts. I want to get it centered. So the pattern is centered on my, I think that's good enough. No, it's not. There you go. Okay. So that just looks nice. I always center up my patterns. All right. Get this out. Put this through. Oh, these two embossing folders are on sale at Spellbinders. Their embossing folders are very affordable. All right. Let's see. Let's see what I've got. Oh, did I give you that flower embossing folder? Remember to leave a comment because we're going to have giveaways. Oh, I love that. It just adds so much fun to it. Isn't that cool? Not yet. Leave a comment. We're going to do giveaway. Now on this, do the Miss You die. The reason I chose these colors, it's going to one of my daughters, and I think she'll like it. Maybe I'll use this. I think I'm going to use this. And then, I haven't put this away. I bought more of these. That's what these packs are. Where did my trimmer go? I'm at the point in my live where I can't find anything. All right, so when I use a piece of cardstock, what I like to do is just right away cut it into fourths, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I just find it more manageable. Then I can put what I don't need back into wherever I store my cardstock. I just haven't put this away yet. I also keep sheets of, if I can find it here, of the double-sided adhesive sheet from Altenew, cut to be a little bit smaller. So whenever I want to turn a smaller piece of cardstock into a sticker sheet, I use it. I have that there. So I have that pre-cut. Now this is the Miss You, Fancy Miss You from Altenew. And this one, I think it's on sale. Mike, I don't know if I linked it or not. You'll have to look.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? And run that through. Yeah, isn't that diamond embossing folder fun? A lot of things you can use it for. And I just think it's neat. I mean, you can still see those flowers, and it just adds interest to that. I don't know. I love to add texture on layering, all the things. All right. So now I've used this Miss You die so much. You'll notice that when you use a die a lot, the die cuts want to stick in it. That's because you've been using it and loving it. I'm going to put that right in the center. Oh, that would be pretty. That'll be pretty. Silver would also look nice. All right. Love all the ideas for the sticky paper. Yeah, sticky paper is very helpful. Uh-oh, I lost my little eye dot. I'll find one later. I might have to recut it. All right, let's see. Do I have room on here? I don't have room. Oh yeah, baby. I do. I'm going to cut 2 so it'll pop up. Yeah, I think embossing folders. Now, I do think if you do like an embossing folder on an inked or stamped panel, it's best to pick like a simple pattern, like the diamonds or the dots. I mean, you could do others, but it might get a little busy. So that's just my recommendation. I'll save that dot. My die cut machine got mad at me. I need to switch to my shim. Oh yeah, you can use a dryer sheet and they'll fall right out. I don't do that because I wouldn't do that often, because I have heard from the dye manufacturer that can leave a buildup. So you can do it. I just wouldn't do it often, like repeatedly on the same dye. I should have done it for this since everybody's watching. Isn't this blue color pretty? This was I think it was the ultramarine blue from Altenew. Now normally this comes off easy, but I took out my shim. And when my Empress gets overused, like this magnetic sheet, I usually slip the shim in. It just helps it to cut firmly. All right. Dot at the bottom of the screen. Somebody said that?
There's one.
There's one here.
You're right. Right hand. Is that a dot?
No, that's not the dot.
What is that?
I'll find it. It's probably stuck to me somewhere. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, isn't this color pretty? Okay, so I'm doing two together. And I'll just press them together. Did you find it? No. Now Mike's looking too. All right, hit me up with a question so that I can, while I'm putting this together.
That it?
That's not it. Mike tried to help. Didn't work. That's okay. It's Friday. We're done. Is Lila home yet?
I don't know.
That's good. When you create the cards in your videos, do you generally start with a card design or create individual elements? So when I do a video, I start with the products that inspire me, and I think about what technique will work well with them. Like, what can I teach in my video? Not just like make a card, but what can I actually teach? And I think of that, and then I just start playing. Sometimes I'll have like a card design in my mind. I overthink it, and then I create it. I don't know why I'm having a hard time here. I'm having a hard time because everybody's watching. That's what happens. Everybody's looking for the dot. Okay, so I think I want it. You know what? I think I want it. I don't know. I might have to play around with this. Look at that beautiful die cut. Gosh, that's pretty. I may switch it to black or silver. I'm not sure. Let me get my little dot. Put that up there. Now, what I will do once I'm happy with the placement, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might put a vellum circle behind it just so it stands out more. But once you're happy with the placement, take your release paper, lay it on top, and then take a bone folder and just press along like this, and then that will make it stick. But right now it hasn't, it's a perfect circle. You can move it around until you press it down. All right. So there you go. So that's the Miss You from Altenew. It's on sale. Sorry I struggled there in the end. Fancy Miss You. One of my favorites.
Still in the card stock. I don't know.
Oh, is it still in the card stock?
It's still in the card stock.
It's okay. It's okay. I got one of them. I'm not sure. I might go back and add vellum behind it. I might.
Yeah.
Can you use the cardstock with adhesive in the embossing folder? I think you could, Kathy. I'm not sure. Mike is around here looking. It's okay. I can cut another one. So there, look at all that texture. I just wanted to play with those products. Yeah, there we go. Mike found another dot. How's that work?
Find pretty much anything on the floor here.
There you go. Yeah, you can find whatever you need on the floor here. I think that's probably it. Do I have anything else I wanted to show? I think so. I think we're good. All right. Let's switch back here. Oh gosh, I went over 2 hours. Go figure, go figure. Okay, let's see. If you have any last minute questions, ask them. I know I missed some. I tried today, but I'll go live again. I know I'm going live again next week. Leave a comment in the chat if you haven't, because we're going to pick some winners of giveaway. Teresa, if your tent fold cards, if your top folding cards fall, it is very likely that you need a heavier base weight cardstock. So if you're using this like this heavyweight cardstock, it'll stand up. Even with all that glued on the front, it stands up nicely. So make sure you get a good fold and use a really heavyweight cardstock. That's the key. I'm going to clean off these marks from my desk. By the way, I think this mister from Spellbinders that I have rubbing alcohol in to clean my stencils. I think that's on sale at Spellbinders right now too. Highly recommend that. That will be on my crafty gift guide this year along with those shears that I talked about. How is the release paper on the adhesive foam roll? Oh, Michelle, I forgot to mention that. On the Altenew adhesive, foam adhesive, the release paper comes off very easily. That drives me crazy when you have to work at it, and it comes off very easily, very easily. Good question, because I forgot to mention that. Okay, Katie said that Nina Classic Crest tears for her when she stitches. A few things, hopefully you're using 110 pound, 80 pound I don't think would be strong enough for stitching. If you need heavier weight, you could always use Not Your Mama's cardstock from Brutus Monroe. It's even heavier weight. But regardless, don't pull as tight. I think that might be part of the problem too, because I've never had a whole tear with Nina Classic Crest 110 pound. If you use a lighter weight cardstock, die cut 2 of your stitching dies. Die cuts, create 2. Hold them together and start stitching, and it'll make it thicker.
What's your sticky mat?
Which sticky?
What do you like?
Oh, sticky mats. Grip mats, sticky mats. I use the 9x12 Altenew Ultra Sticky Mat when I'm just working on my desk, like on my glass work surface here. I use the Waffle Flower 5.5 by 8.5 in my Misty stamping tool. So I use both. Both work great. They're both absolutely fantastic. They're both made from stamp material. Let's see.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. I'm just looking for questions. What's my favorite white embossing powder? Robin asked. You know what? There are a lot of great white embossing powders, and a lot of them get it from the same manufacturer. Not all, but some. I've used Hero Arts white for years. I also like Gina K white and Brutus Monroe alabaster. That's Christina Werner's favorite. It's wonderful. And you can get it in a big jar too if you need a big jar. I don't know. I think I hit most of them. I think I answered most of those. All right. Have you all left comments so that we can pick some winners?
I picked the winners though.
Yeah, my Misty wasn't used today. I didn't do any stamping. How many winners did you pick?
You told me a winner.
No, I want 2 winners. I want to give 2 things away.
Okay.
So one person will get the Floral Frenzy embossing folder from Spellbinders. It's on sale now, but I accidentally bought 2. So somebody will get one of those. And then the other one, I got to think of something. I like doing 2. I want to do 2 giveaways. Oh, I know. Because I bought 2 by accident. I'll show you. Ding. I have another one. This is the one I use. These are the metallic watercolors from Altenew, and they are really fun. They're great for doing like specks, or flicking, or splatter, spatter, whatever you want to call it. They're great for coloring on dark colors of cardstock. I'm trying to find my water. It was here. I just used it. And now I can't. Oh, here it is. They're just beautiful metallic watercolors, and they're quite affordable, and they are on sale right now. Let me just show you how pretty they are. I'm doing this quickly. It comes with, I believe it comes with that water brush too. These are really pretty. I don't have a bowl of water here, but you can get gorgeous. It's like twinkling, and you can do flicks with these too. Look at how pretty those are. And when they dry, let me just dry it so you can see it intensifies. So I have another set of these, and so I will, the second winner will get a set of these. Aren't those pretty? The gold especially. The white's pretty too. All right. I'm planning on using these in a video soon because they're really fun. And I don't do watercolor, but these, like, you can do
over like raised embossing folder or whatever without much thought. They're beautiful. Okay, these are on sale. I have them linked below too. I think they're 50% off maybe. They're wonderful. All right, all right, all right. So 2 winners for the 2 things. The first person who gets the folder is
Heather Jacobs.
Heather Jacobs. And who gets the metallic watercolors?
Elizabeth Schroeder.
Elizabeth Schroeder. So if that was you, either if you're Elizabeth or who, Jacobs?
Yes, Heather Jacobs.
Heather Jacobs. Email on my website, go to the contact me and email us your address and we'll get these sent out to you along with a card. I always send a card. I think that's probably it. I shared a lot today. Random. Totally random. There will not be a shortened replay because it would not be possible to pull this together into a clear, defined, shortened replay because it's all over the place. So again, at the top of my YouTube description, there is a link that has the word live in it. And if you go there, it'll show all the sales information at the top and then thumbnails of everything I showed at the bottom. So there's a big sale at Spellbinders now where there's a lot of the things I use were 60% off. And right now you get a free gift of those zipper pouches that I showed at the beginning with orders of $69 or more. And there's a shipping discount too. And then Spellbinders has a bunch of products on big time sale. I use many of those today. And then Simon Says Stamp has $15 off any order of 75 or more. So a lot of different things to ways to save this weekend. I know we're always looking for those. And these are all great companies that I adore. So I just wanted to share all those and do some playing. A lot of these products were sitting out waiting to be used. Mike, can you add that link page in my comments, the live link page?
Yeah, just
He'll add it there. It's pinned at the top of the chat. You should be able to see it there too.
I pinned the winners.
Oh, he pinned the winners. You can also find at the top of my YouTube description. It's a URL with the word live in it. All right.
Should probably put those winners in the comments in the description.
Okay, we can start doing that. We can start doing that. All right, well, thank you. I hope I answered some questions today, gave you some ideas for older products and ways to combine different things together. And then at the beginning, I did that behind the scenes, how I prep a bunch of stuff. I hope that, oh, you're right. Patty's right. Simon Says Stamp also has a freebie right now. I think it's orders of, I don't know how much. You get a free gift. And that's in the description below too. Thank you, Patty. I forgot to mention that.
25.
If you spend $25, you get a free gift. And it's like a random free gift. But they're doing it for Halloween.
And they have 15 off 75.
Yes.
With a code.
Yes. Then you need a code there. The only sale thing that you need a code for in all that I use today would be Simon Says Stamp to get that $15 off. Everything else will just automatically be on sale. All right. Well, I appreciate you all spending this afternoon with me. It's almost 5 o'clock somewhere, isn't it? I do appreciate it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll be checking those. And I will be going live next week. I just don't know when yet. So be sure to check out below. By the way, in my description, I have a link for where you can register if you want to be notified by text when I go live. We usually text about a half hour before to let you know. So you can sign up for that. And I promise I won't misuse your number. And I don't text very often. Mike, don't go away. Oh, he got a phone call. That means I have to answer more questions because... Oh, okay. Oh, they have $5 off with Cozy? Patty, I don't know what that... Oh, is that Simon Says Stamp? That's another one? Oh, Sandy. Good thing. Sandy mentioned there's a charity auction going on right now for hurricane relief. If you want to find out about that hurricane auction, go to my sales page, the Crafty News page at the top of my website. And if you scroll down a bit, you'll see a link for that. Or if Brienne has a link, I don't know. I think it ends on the 28th, but you can bid on a bunch of different things and all the money goes to hurricane relief. I have some cards up for auction, so you can bid on those. I know there's an intricate from Gina, a few other things up for auction. And it's a great way to help a good cause. All the money. And by the way, if you're the winner, you donate the money directly to the cause. So you can also write that off too. And then we mail you whatever you won the auction on. So yes, thank you for mentioning that. Be sure to just go to my Crafty News page and you'll find it there. And as far as where to sign up for the online card class, that's on the Crafty News page too. So that should all be there. All right, well, thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.